All right, guys, I'm Stuebner here at Springfield BJJ. We're actually going to talk about something jiu-jitsu related, but not quite jiu-jitsu. One of the most common injuries that happens at my school and happens at a lot of school is the ribs. Usually it's the floating ribs, and a lot of times it's not a broken rib, it's actually like torn cartilage. Okay, so that connective tissue that connects our ribs together tears. Okay, and there's usually two instances, at least in my experience, that it happens from jiu-jitsu. And it's going to be one of two things that you're doing. Usually it's not even your opponent or your partner, it's usually something that you're doing and can be easily fixed. So that's the good news. The first thing is testing and then exceeding the limits of your cartilage's flexibility. Okay, so in a big bridge situation, when we're trying to escape like a mount and we bridge and we go too much, our ribs are going to pop. The technique to solve that problem is bridge up, doesn't work, escape the hip, guys. Okay? Sometimes what you're trying to do is not going to work, and your body can't be the cost of that. Okay? You can't throw your body as collateral damage to try to execute a technique, especially in training. Okay? In a tournament, sometimes you're just going to have to go for it and things happen. But when we're training, our goal is to train and train and train and be able to be ready for our tournament. If we're injured, we're not going to be ready. So don't make your body pay for a mistake that you made in a transition or in a position. Okay. The second one, and this happens a lot more like a fluke type situation. But what happens is you have resistance, your partner's driving, making pressure, trying to pass, whatever, and your resistance suddenly relaxes. Now what's happened is where your muscles were supporting your ribs and everything was built, you had structure, you had framing, now it all comes to absorption into our ribs. Okay, and so that cartilage again is stressed beyond its ability because it's taking now all the impact, all the pressure that was being helped out with proper position or even just the backup of your muscle groups. So when we're talking about side control, especially when someone is pushing into us, we don't want to ever accept that position and relax. We always want to stay active, pinching our core together. Pinching just my elbows to my hips helps me engage my ribs and gives them further support. Now when I put myself in the proper position to escape, I'm keeping that frame consistent. So I'm using structure to protect myself rather than strength. So structure is always going to beat strength in that situation, but it's also going to help keep us on the mat and training longer. So enjoy that, guys. Train safe, train hard. We'll see you soon.